Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new game of StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm. Today we're gonna be talking about surrounds in Zerg vs Zerg, and you know, Zerg vs Zerg is pretty much all over the place right now. As you might have already known, a few weeks back they actually buffed the Spore Crawler, and it's kind of weird how much that of a little tiny change basically changed the entire meta game of Zerg vs Zerg. Right now Zerg vs Zerg is pretty much back to a lot of roach pushes, simply because the Mutalisks are a lot less viable because they get 3-shot by a Spore Crawler. Now once you are up versus someone who's also going roaches and you are going roaches as well, it is kind of a little bit of an awkward game because both players don't want to get bad engagements, because that is pretty much the only thing that really happens. Now obviously it opens up with a bunch of Zerglings and then it goes to roaches, and usually after that they add some Hydralisk or some Swarm Host or some Infestus, but that is pretty much it. Now roach versus roach is kind of awkward when you think about it, because when both players are pretty even in skill, which you're most likely going to be facing, it actually becomes a really weird game. Because both players don't really want to engage, because obviously if you're closer to home, closer to your hatcheries, your reinforcements will arrive a lot faster. The battles can pretty much get determined by a slight position difference or by one upgrade or so. And one tiny misstep can basically cost you the entire game. So a few days back this game happened, and I'm going to have to warn you, a lot of people on the stream chat actually thought it was better than porn. So if you're going to be watching it, I warn you, you should be closing your door and tell your mom you're busy for a little while. Because have a look. So, here we go. This is my opponent. My opponent is a blue roach, and here we go. I'm going to be the red player. And as you can see, roaches are coming from every damn angle in this game. And this is actually one of the best engagements, if not the best engagement that I ever got done in Zerg vs Zerg. This is actually giving you quite a gigantic advantage. So let's have a look at it once again. As you can see, I'm splitting up my roaches as I notice his army is coming in, and I'm attacking right in the middle, right there. Now, it is absolutely crucial that you spread overlords all over the map to know exactly when he's gonna engage. It is also absolutely crucial that you split up your roaches in tiny little chunks. And as you can see, here we go for the army supply. As you can see, at the start of the game, he was actually slightly ahead. He was about 20 army supply or so ahead of mine. However, the longer the fight goes on, the bigger this advantage goes in my favor, and as you can see, the engagements in Zerg vs Zerg are absolutely crucial to do. So how do you do this sort of a thing? Well, you basically spread overlords all over the map to actually know and acknowledge when your opponent is moving out with his roaches. What you do next up is pretty much just spread your roaches in a big arc. It works on every single map, on every single ramp, and you try to at least somewhat catch your opponent in somewhat of a choke area. Usually your opponent will be up against you, like fighting up a ramp or something. You're gonna have to spread your roaches on top of that ramp. Or sometimes you are trying to engage. You have to keep in mind that your opponent might be on top of that ramp you're walking onto, and he might be giving you a huge surround. Now whoever gets the first shots off is usually going to come out ahead when it's even. However, if you're gonna get a big surround and you manage to get a gigantic surface area around your opponent, you will pretty much always win the fight, even though you're slightly behind in supply. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a quick game. It was definitely one of the most awesome games to play. However, I kind of took a terrible engagement a little bit later and didn't end up losing the game. Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, I sort of lost the game. However, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. Hopefully, I will see you in the next video. Bye! And while that is a great idea, it is all backed up with a lot of drones. So let's say you're trading army with the Protoss. When is this going to be good? When is it going to be efficient? Well,